Hello, Herndon Elementary School. I apologize. We know you can't take your walking tour through Herndon Middle School, but we are here at Herndon Middle School, ready to take the walking tour for you, with you, I think.
For you. And also, this might go to other elementary schools so they get an idea of Mr. Falke. I got all your questions here, guys. It's Miss Bryant, and I'm ready to get all the questions answered for you.
All right.
We also have a special guest.
Oh, hello. I'm Miss Jackie. I'm Mr. Brian's, Mr. Falke's intern. It's nice to meet y'all.
So let's go ahead, head on in. Mr. Fuller is going to give us a personal tour of Herndon Middle School.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're going to middle school.
Wow.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Fuller. We're excited about coming to middle school.
I'm excited to have you guys. Come on in. All right. So, in the school door one, you look over here. This is the main office. This is where you'll go if you need to check in with anything with the main office. We have one of our lovely staff right there. Yeah.
And what door is this one?
Door number one.
And who comes in this door?
All walkers come through this door.
Okay, so if you're a walker and you live close, this is the door you'll come to, door one.
And
If
they'll
you-
be unlocked.
Where would a bus rider come in?
Bus rider would come through door 6, which is all the way down there close to the cafeteria, and we'll get there soon.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess we can go to the library first.
Oh, this is great. There's things on the wall to help if they don't know where to go.
Mm.
Perfect.
This is mostly we have our 7th grade science and our history down this hall.
Is honors in this hallway too?
I think honors is dispersed throughout, so it's not like a hallway just of honor. So it'll just depend on which teacher is there.
I love all the character traits and positivity project traits on the ceiling, Mr. Falke.
It is very nice.
So the library.
Oh, wow. This is really easy to get to.
This is the library. Oh, this is Miss Carlson.
Oh, is this the
You asked a question
librarian?
about-
Hi, yep, that's me, librarian.
We're doing a virtual tour for the elementary school kids since they don't get to be here.
How fun.
Yeah, they're really excited.
I'm super excited that they're coming. We
Can you
can't wait.
answer, how many books can they check out at once?
They can check out as many as they need.
Oh, awesome.
When do kids get to come to the library?
It depends on whether or not their teachers are allowing them to come, and of course, in this circumstance, you know what? But they can order things online and we'll deliver them to the classrooms, or we'll deliver them to their homes, or they can pick them up at curbside. Typically, kids can come at lunch, after school, before school, and with their class if their teachers are okay with that,
Okay, but on their own, it would be lunch or before or after school.
typically.
Okay.
Where are we gonna go next, Mr. Fuller?
We're actually going to head down to the resource wing where the counselors are.
The counselors, that's where we need to go.
That sounds like the cool place to hang out.
Everybody utilizes their school counselor.
It's the best place ever.
If you
Let's
don't,
go.
you should.
Let's do it. I'll see you later.
Isn't it lovely how friendly the staff is here, Mr. Falke?
Future leaders learn here.
So this is another hallway where it's mostly math and some science is over here as well, but most of the classes are math and science down this hall. And if you're going to go all the way down there, that's the main hall right there.
Oh, so we kind of make a loop.
And so the resource wing is right by door 7. Yes, we have a waiting area. We usually have somebody here. If a student needs to get one of the counselors, they can come right here, check in, and then one of the counselors will come out and see them. And then all those are the counselors' offices.
So how do you sign up to see a counselor?
That might be a question for sure. They had a question about if a student needed to see a counselor, what would be the best way to do that?
So for next school year, when they come in, I would say first stop, email your counselor to reach out, or they can ask their teacher, can they come to student services? That'll be the most basic answer.
Send an email?
Yes, send an email.
They can't just stroll in here during like class or in the middle of class, between classes?
I don't know. See, for next year, I don't know, because with the COVID and stuff and like numbers and people and social distancing, I would say maybe do that. For now. What did they do in before?
I feel like for the most part, a teacher could reach out to the counselors, or if they really need to come up, they would come through this way, and they could check in right here. They do have an agenda usually where they can get a pass if needed, so this could be a place they could go. We just wouldn't want them just roaming the halls, obviously, but if they do it the right way to communicate with everybody.
Right.
A counselor will get to them as soon as they can. So.
Okay.
So a little different than elementary school.
Just a smidge. How many counselors are? Good gracious! How many counselors are there?
We have 4.
Do you guys do lessons? Do the counselors do guidance lessons or?
We do some lessons through advisory mainly. Like if we have to do like a large lesson here and there, we do it through advisory.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like for us, it's our hawk time. It's like the time during the day where it used to be called like unity time. So it's a time where a student has a teacher who may be a teacher that they have sometime during their school day. But they come to this for like homeroom. I guess old school would be like homeroom. Like this is just a place to check in. That's the class that does the cell lessons. There's no grades associated with it. So that's that period of time. So for us, it's 4th period.
Okay.
So in case they need to make up work or finish a test with a teacher, you're saying sometimes you'll do counseling lessons in that time as well.
Right, sometimes. And definitely our cell lessons go through that.
Okay, and you touched on hawk time. That's a big question that kids have. Can you talk about hawk time?
That's what hawk time is. Hawk time is that advisory time that they come in, that 4-period advisory. So we also have something called like a Hawk's Nest help session. So that's where they would go make up tests and things like that. That's the time. So the Hawk's Nest time is when students would have that class with the teacher who hopefully they've had another class with, and you would be assigned that class as a part of your schedule. And what will happen during that time is you will have your cell lesson during that time. You will also possibly have Hawk's Nest during that time, which is a time where you can get extra additional help with work. Sometimes we also have other student services lessons that go through that time.
So it's not just a free period.
It's not a free period.
Okay, that's good.
It's not a free period.
Hawk time is not free time. It is. There's always work going on at some point.
Yes.
Something. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Can they bring their phones or electronics? It's the same as.
No phones. We are no phone school, no phone zone. AJ, can you talk a little bit more? I know last year you all had a really good policy in place, with no phones.
Yeah, we pretty much, they're away for the day, and what we do is if we do find a student with the phone, we'll make sure it's in a safe place in the office until the end of the day. Hopefully that's the only time that happens. If it continues to happen, we might have your parent come and pick it up, but we want you guys just focus more on the academics of the day. Obviously, if there's an emergency or something, there are many ways that your parents can contact us, so don't worry, you don't have to rely on that phone while you're here, okay? So, yeah.
All right. Well, great.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're
Really
welcome.
appreciate that.
Sure.
Hi, so I'm Mrs. Brody. I'm one of the counselors here at Herndon Middle School. And so I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about what you would do if you were experiencing any sort of bullying behaviors or inappropriate interactions with other students. So basically, you want to make sure that you tell a trusted adult in the building, whether that's your teacher, your administrator, or one of your counselors. And we will help talk through it with you, gather more information, and then depending on the situation, handle it appropriately so that way, we can eliminate any sort of inappropriate behaviors that are occurring.
So you want them to tell an adult
Absolutely. Tell an
so
adult.
that we can help you.
Tell an adult. Whoever you trust is fine to go to, and then they will make sure that the appropriate information is given to the appropriate person in the building so that we can investigate it further.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, so as you see, we have some lockers right here. We have multiple spaces in the middle school where you can access a locker. With that being said, a lot of students do not use the lockers because you don't have that much time between classes to keep checking into your locker. So most of our students get it only if they really need it. What I suggest is just bring the stuff that you need for the day, have it in your backpack, and then just be on the move all day. So that's my suggestion about lockers.
There was a question, how many classes a day do they have? So if they have to bring everything, they don't need to bring everything for all 7 classes.
No, you have, there are odd days and there are even days. So you'll have 1, 3, 5, and 7, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. So 4 classes a day, plus
2, 4,
lunch.
6,
But,
8.
huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but one of them is a hawk time.
Yes, the
So
fourth period
4 is a
at-
hawk
at
time. So it's
advisory, so.
4 subjects one day, 3 and a hawk the other.
Got it.
How many students do you have here at Herndon Middle?
We have about 1,100 roughly.
1,100.
11 to 1,200 usually, so.
How many of those students have lockers?
Oh, not a lot. Maybe 200. Again, if you want a locker, you would go to the office to get one. But most of the time, there's not a lot of time for students to go to their lockers anyway, so I wouldn't really know because I don't really see kids at lockers like that.
So they're not automatically assigned, they have to go
No.
ask for a locker.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we will walk to the cafeteria and door 6 where the buses are and stuff. So this is door 6. This is the back of the school. We usually have the buses pull up right here, and then the kids will get off and come through these doors and go to the cafeteria, which you will see in a few minutes. And also, if you want to bring the camera out, up there, past that ramp is the kiss and ride. That's where cars come to drop students off in the morning and pick up. So that is our kiss and ride right there. And that's where cars will pull up to pick up and drop off their students. Try to make sure the food is tasty for the students, so, but it's not going to be that much different from the elementary school food. So if you like what you had in elementary school, you're going to like what we have here. So as you see, cafeteria, we have 2 lunch lines that you can go through, get your food. Hopefully our dish situation will look different sometime in the future, but we usually have the bigger desk, tables up where 12 students can sit at a table. What else am I missing? We usually have announcements up on those monitors.
I see vending machines. Can they get in those during school or during lunch?
Yeah. So we usually have those filled up with chips and snacks and delicious things.
Terrible snacks for you.
They're
Terrible.
so good. And if you don't know about Doritos Flamas, you will when you come to Herndon Middle School.
Dorito what?
Flamas, they're like a tacky. So it's like a Dorito tacky,
Oh.
essentially. So
Yeah.
so they know about the tackies,
Yeah,
right?
they know about
Almost burn your
Takis.
mouth off. Yeah. So, what else? Students, it's your responsibility to make sure the desks or the tables are cleaned off. So, if we were at the longer tables, each week there's somebody assigned to clean and sweep the floor. and that's your job for the week for that even or odd day.
Can they sit anywhere they want to every day?
No, every quarter we allow them to choose where they want to sit at, but they have to stay there for the whole quarter.
Okay. And what if they get in a fight with someone? Can they change their table?
Yes, if there's a need where, people, it's not really working out, they can definitely relocate to another table. Just talk to one of us. I'm usually in here for all the lunches, so I can definitely help with that if they have any issues with that.
Okay.
These are the restrooms that you would use if you come to the cafeteria for lunch. So you come out of the cafeteria, you turn right, and they're right here.
No?
So none of y'all should ever be confused about which restrooms you should be at during lunch. So this is the computer solutions and coding classroom.
Ooh,
So if
what?
you do anything with computer related activities, you will do it in here. And then this is family and consumer sciences, not home ec. So we have the kitchen. I can actually open it up. This is the kitchen that they will use for some of the activities, because family and consumer sciences is not just cooking. There's a lot more things that you learn, a lot of great things from Mrs. Dempsey. She is absolutely fantastic. So they meet in here, and then they go to the kitchen for certain activities.
And you said there's 4 classes a day. How long is each class?
I think 80 minutes. I can't remember exactly. I think it's right around 80 minutes though. So this is back at the front of the school. This is door 2. And then this is the auditorium. Open it up real quick. So this is where you'll go for assemblies and whatnot, and performances.
Does the whole school fit in here?
Oh, wow.
No. So we usually split it up into at least 2 different sessions if we have everybody that needs to be in here.
Wow, this is pretty big.
Yeah. Pretty big space.
So what sort of clubs and electives would use this stage and stuff?
Mostly theater, drama. So they would use this space for the most part, and then pretty much any other thing is more assemblies, special events. That's better.
Ooh.
So this is the big gym, gym 1. As you see, we have bleachers. We also sometimes have spirit events in here, school spirit events, some assemblies in here. But yeah, the bleachers can all come out. You can get about 300-ish kids in these bleachers. So
Can you show the expectations, Brian?
Oh.
So like, it's the same. Expectations are the same no matter where you are.
Alright, so this is the small gym.
What are some of the activities the kids get to do in gym?
Oh man, MPE. Basketball, soccer. You play kickball. They do a lot of different they do handball. They do the pacer drill. Do you guys do the pacer drill? Yep. They do the pacer drill. They do a lot. I just can't remember.
So they get to play a lot of sports.
Yeah, a lot of sports, cardio activities, games. So it's good. What else? We also have a weight room. weight room.
Can girls use this room too?
Of course, anybody can use this room.
What?
All of our activities are what all students
I
can
see
do.
speakers,
So
they pump in music, or is that just a?
they can play music. It really depends on your PE teacher if they do that, but most of them do. We usually have some treadmills in here, and some bikes that they can go on as well. Obviously, they're always going to be supervised when they're in here, and nobody's going to be picking up super heavy weights and just trying to show off in front of their friends. Everything's going to be safe, and we're going to do things the right way. There are rules in the weight room, and just getting ready to learn how to use weights properly so you can be as strong as Mr. Folky when you grow up.
That's right. Someday even you. It's a big guy.
Alright, so this is one of the lockers, this is the boys' locker room. As you see, all students will have a locker with a lock on it. This is where you want to put all your stuff at. It's highly recommended that everything goes in the locker. Especially we use this space for after-school activities. So sometimes kids like to put their stuff on the floor and then things disappear. We obviously don't want that, so you want to make sure that you put your stuff nice and locked in your locker, especially for after-school activities. Again, we have loaners, so they'll give you those. And we have restrooms right over here. We do not use the showers, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, any other questions that you can think of?
To date, has anyone ever been stuck in one of these lockers?
Well, due to the fact that I can barely get my arm in,
It's a little tight.
I don't think that can happen. And it's always monitored. There's always a teacher here that's keeping an eye on the students while they're doing their thing. And also, no phones in here as well, obviously.
Cool.
Yep. On the front way, we're going towards door 3. We're actually going to go to the performing arts wing.
Ooh,
So this is
drama.
actually behind the
Yeah.
auditorium, if I can.
Band, chorus.
Yes, strings, yeah.
Depicting interests.
So yeah, this is drama. This is the drama room, and Miss Lloyd is fantastic. They do a lot in here, a lot of different type of acting activities and things like that. Really high energy. A lot of great kids do this, and we also have our drama club after school, which a lot of them do. So it's a fantastic place to be.
Henry Metcalf. Is he howling back? Look at former Herndon Elementary students.
A VIP
Ooh,
experience.
definitely.
right.
They normally don't get to be back here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you do anything with the performing arts, you'll most likely be up here at some point, looking on to the onlookers.
Perform,
Yeah,
razzle
performing with glitter masks and such. But yeah, all this won't be down here. It's usually away.
Oh, there's trials for chorus. I found that out.
Or your string instruments, things like that.
And this is what? I'm sorry.
This is orchestra.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this with the new floors. Okay. This is the chorus room. Here's our lovely piano. Very
Oh,
nice.
look at the trophies.
Yeah.
Ooh, they compete. Oh, there's awards for everything. Musicals.
is the band room.
So AJ, what if they're late to class?
If they are late to class, you know, if it happens one time, you know, no big deal. Everybody's late every now and then. Something might come up, but if it's consistent, we might have to, you know, reach out to parents. There might unfortunately be a detention involved.
That's the next question. Is there detention?
There is, and it's after school detention. That's one of the things we usually do. If there is disruptions in class, or you know, a student needs to be removed for a reason, maybe they just need to take a step away, it's possible we may use the Alternative Learning Center.
What is that?
AKA the ALC. So pretty much, again, just as it's called, Alternative Learning Center, just a different place that if, you know, there's maybe disruption in class and they need to be there for a little bit during the day, that's where we'll have students be at.
Oh.
But, you know, we usually can figure it out before it gets to that point, and we hope we do, because, you know, we want you to be in the classroom, we want you to be engaged in the work. So
Got it.
that's why we want to keep you in the classroom as much as possible.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Are there field trips? We do have some throughout the school year. We might go to a museum or two. It depends. It's usually based on your class. I know that the civics department might go to the Fairfax Courthouse, I believe. Take a tour there. I think that theater takes a trip to New York once a year, I believe, like an overnight trip. And yeah, then there are other different ones. We go to a finance park with some of our students. That's a really cool thing. You get to learn how to be an adult before you're an adult, and you get to learn how stressful it is to be an adult.
Stay kid.
So, yeah, there's a lot of field trips.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go upstairs. Here are the art rooms. Art 1 and Art 2, Mr. Citron and Mr. Clark. And there's a ladder in here, that's correct. But yep, these are art rooms. Learn a lot about different types of disciplines of art. Really cool. Teachers are very knowledgeable, they know what they're doing. We also usually have an after-school art program, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. You have the clinic right here, so if you're not feeling too well, you can get a pass to come here. You need a pass from your teacher if you want to come here. You can't just come over here. You're usually going to need a pass to come in and get checked out, and hopefully everything's okay. And if not, we'll definitely make sure we call your parents and get them to come get you. Health rooms are right here. Health 2 is right there. Health 1 is right there. So those are two places that every student goes to. We do have a session for health for one of the quarters during the school year.
And are there after-school buses for people who are in clubs?
Oh, for the after-school program for Night Hawk, yes. We have late buses 3 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Parents can also pick up, or you can walk if you need to. We have a lot of fun activities for after school, and you guys can actually bring in some activities if I haven't thought of those activities or haven't been suggested to us before. So we definitely have a lot that we can do after school, and it's a really fun time. So make sure you stay after.
If they have an idea for a club that's not being offered, they should come directly to you.
They should come to me. There's a proposal form that we have that they can fill out and just put in my box. But again, I'm in all the lunches, so I get to see the students and they can talk to me about it then. If you have a group of kids that want to do something, like we did a Pokemon club a couple years ago that the kids thought of, and it was really cool. So I really like seeing the ideas the kids have and bringing them into fruition.
So it sounds like Mr. Fuller is the person you need to know at Herndon
Telling
Middle
you.
School.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm so glad I was able to show you guys around with some of the counselors from Herndon Elementary. Definitely wanted to talk about the Jumpstart program that's going to start this summer. Additional information will be given out this week. You'll be able to sign up starting at the end of the week. It's going to be really cool. You're going to get more in depth, learn about the school, do some fun activities, meet some new students, meet some new teachers. We'll also have students that are here currently and used to come here to help out as volunteers, and also they'll do a student panel so you can ask them all those real questions you might not get the answers from us about, because they're the experienced students. So definitely look out for that, and if you have any questions, you can definitely talk to your counselors, or you can email me at ajfuller@fcps.edu. I'll see you guys next year.